And welcome to part one of the Burnley highlights of the season for 1994-95, with the Clarets back in Division 1 after a 10-year absence. Burnley, of course, won promotion via the end-of-season playoffs last May, beating Stockport County at Wembley. Initially, life was tough in the opening few fixtures, with defeats away at Middlesbrough on the opening day and drawing at home, conceding late goals against Stoke City and Bristol City. But Burnley's form away from home this season has been good, with victories at Luton, Charlton and Millwall. And in November, the Clarets were unbeaten in all fixtures, stretching into December with 11 without defeat. We begin our highlights review with a look back to the opening day, Middlesbrough at Ayresome Park, and then of course the first home fixture against York City and the League Cup first round first leg.
Good evening and welcome to Turf Moor for this, what only can be described as the real thing. It's the first round, first leg of the Coca-Cola Cup, and it's the Clarets versus York City. 4 previous meetings, or I should say 3 previous meetings in the last campaign, and York City came on one occasion, that was in the FA Cup, and well, they put a 10-man defence against the Clarets, which made it a wee bit difficult, but Burnley got them back at the replay at Bootham Crescent, so hopefully tonight York City won't have a negative attitude. Again, one for Lancashire to chase. Wins the ball, but it looks like it may just run out for Graham. Lancashire have been linked with various clubs, Chester City being the most prominent of those clubs interested in him. John Deary's cross, and an opportunity there for the number 6 Warren Joyce, more or less a free header, if you like. Found himself unmarked at the far post and really could have placed it, and he did, but not enough power on it. Dean Kiley, no real problem for him. Taken again by Parkinson. Lofted to the far post. An opportunity for Davis, and the shot over the top from that left-hand side. Steve Davis found himself again in space, as did Warren Joyce did only a few moments ago. So that's really possibly the best opportunity so far for the Clarets. And Steve Davis, as a professional, will always tell you, never lean back when you're shooting. If Steve Cooper can get hold of this one, it's a similar situation. Header goes in, it's just over the top. It took a deflection there. The big central defender got the head in. Now then Heath, but again it runs into Tony Barras, the other big central defender for York. Nice flick on again for Heath. Here's a chance for John Deary now, an opportunity to score, and he smacks the ball against the bar. Unbelievable. And a great effort from John Deary, just to like the position, in a central position, and that has really let this game alight for the minute. A great effort from John Deary, and you could hear the ball smack against the bar, just into on the penalty spot, if you like, and smack, there it goes. The goalkeeper, Dean Kiley, well beaten, and John Deary, well, a wee bit unlucky, I would think, on that occasion. That was on 36 minutes, and perhaps this game should or could come to life now. Heath's cross, but again not a good one. York managed to clear. Ball pushed wide for Joyce. Got players in support. Davis trying his luck there, and a great sizzling shot which cannoned off a York City defender. And I think this has definitely put Burnley in the mood now. Superb shot there from Steve Davis. Corner to the Clarets then. Looks in a very determined mood. Joyce. Heath. Stanley found himself at the forefront of the attack. Harper. Wayne Hall with that prominent left foot again. Harper missing out that time. Here's John McCarthy for York. Winstanley having to chase after him. Very tricky man indeed. Cross comes in from Hall. From Pepper it was. Pepper's the man he was hounding. Steve Davis for the Clarets. A ball which Graham Lancashire leaps onto here. Now then, a cross from him. And again, some brave keeping from Gayle, and a chance for Joyce, who puts the ball in the back of the net. Some great poaching again from Warren Joyce. We saw him do it at Plymouth before the final. He's done it again, and it's all that we wanted. On 27 minutes, the Clarets take the lead. Warren Joyce. Good goal, that. Took it round the keeper well as he latched onto that. I think he took a deflection, but who cares? That's a good goal from Warren Joyce. Great ball played down that right-hand side. Graham Lancashire's cross. Kylie, brave as he is, the keeper. And a bit of poaching there from Warren Joyce, who made no mistake, just taking it wide of the keeper. And that's 1-0 in the first round, first leg of the Coca-Cola Cup. Burst through on numerous occasions, but hasn't been able to find the back of the net, thankfully. And there goes the final whistle, the first leg, first round of the Coca-Cola Cup. Burnley take a lead of 1-0 to Bootham Crescent, and the goal scorer, Warren Joyce, on 27 minutes. It's back to league action on Saturday when Burnley take on Stoke City, which hopes to be a big attendance, and Burnley hope to continue in their winning vein.
A warm welcome to Turf Moor. Our voices drowned out for this match, the one the Claret supporters have been looking for, and this is the home game against Stoke City, and we're really looking forward to this one. And some team news straight away. I can tell you that John Gayle, the on-loan signing from Coventry City, is in the Burnley lineup this afternoon, and also the return of Ted McMinn and Chris Vinicum, who himself injured in the early parts of the season. Early doors yet that it is. And that's given for the Clarets. Warren Joyce bungled off the ball by Simon Sturridge. Quickly taken by Heath, and Gayle straight at the keeper. Would you believe that one, Tony? It was a good cross, well taken from Heath.
Yeah, as you say, it's been very tight at the moment. Apart from the nuisance value that John Gayle is providing up front, Burnley not really hurting the Stoke defence, I feel, and a little bit more penetration is needed.
That was a superb header for Robinson, who shot from him, and a good save from Carl Muggleton. It wasn't really stretching out, but a nice shot from Liam Robinson, and a super header laid down from John Gayle. 1-2-1-2, Parkinson's cross, Heath headed across goal, and the effort from Gayle, and it caused problems for the keeper Muggleton. Looked like it was going wide, but John Gayle got a touch which could have rocketed into that bottom corner of the net, and results in another corner for the Clarets. McMinn that it is with that corner. Gayle goes up, the ball in, Davis, a goal! And Steve Davis scores with a super header, and that gives Burnley a 1-0 lead on 41 minutes, 4 minutes before the break. And would you believe that, Tony?
Yeah, tremendous goal just before the half-time break. Gayle did well initially with the shot, which I'm not sure if it would have gone in, but the goalkeeper giving the corner away, and as it came across, Davis, who is always up there for these set pieces, nodding that one in the corner, so a great lead for the Clarets.
That was a superb goal from the Clarets. Patience prevailed. Dead ball situations, 2 on the right-hand side. The flick-on came through, and Steve Davis crowned it. 1-0 to Burnley. Looking for Gayle, who's unmarked on that far side. Sanford there. The referee giving it. Penalty. John Gayle was claiming. The referee has given it. A penalty to the Clarets. A goal before the break. I suggested that a moment ago. There could be 2. And there's every opportunity now for Burnley to take a 2-0 lead. Gary Parkinson to take it instead of the injured David Ayres. So Parkinson, an opportunity to make a 2-0 lead here. Oh, and he's saved it, goodness me. So that's disappointment. That could have been a 2-goal lead, but Carl Muggleton diving to his left-hand side. Gary Parkinson never looked like he was going to score from that one, did he, Tony?
No, I'm a bit surprised really that Adrian Heath didn't take that spot kick, as he used to take them before David Ayres. Didn't have quite a good record, but a very poor kick really from Parkinson, and the goalkeeper not really having to do too much to keep that one out.
Robinson's cross, Gayle goes up well, and Heath just inches away, if you'll pardon the pun. Burnley come alive despite missing the penalty. Vinicum just catching the full-back, kept in play by Vinicum. A good cross to the back post. Gayle's up there again, and he goes crashing down with the number 4 John Dyer. So Burnley really have come to life, and unfortunately a penalty miss before the break. And that's the half-time whistle, an action-packed first half. Burnley have a 1-0 lead. Steve Davis the scorer on 41 minutes. Wayne Biggins, good cross from him. Carruthers, Sturridge, Carruthers, and a great save from Marlon Beresford again, diving to his right-hand side. And really that was an opportunity for Carruthers to draw level, but Marlon Beresford equal to the shot, and that's just kept Burnley in the game again. Good save that from Marlon Beresford when it looked like Carruthers may have drawn level, Tony.
Yeah, the lad found himself in a good bit of space in the penalty box, and Beresford doing well to smother the shot. I think the Stoke lad though will be a bit disappointed that he didn't hit the target from that range. Carruthers, come off the head of Warren Joyce, that one. Cleghorn gets it down, brings it across, and opportunity for Cleghorn, hits the ball, and that's just wide from Simon Sturridge. Trying to spray the ball about Stoke, and they do quite successfully to Biggins. Carruthers, Davis and Stanley marking him, and another bending shot from Simon Sturridge, but Butler wins the ball. Cross from him. Oh, Graham Shaw, can he turn? He doesn't have to. Across the face of the goal. It's unbelievable. It really is. How on earth did that goal go in? Burnley lapsed for 1 second, and Stoke scored in the last second. Well into injury time, and the lads got away on the right-hand side, and as the cross come over, there was about three Stoke lads waiting to follow the ball in, and really disaster for the Clarets, and really now no time to get another one, I don't think. The referee will blow for full time, and that's it. Burnley 1, Stoke City 1. Very disappointing in the last seconds of the game. John Dreyer equalised. That ball came over from the right-hand side, and well, that's what happens. But a point for the Clarets, it must be said. 2 points dropped. So from Turf Moor, it's a very good afternoon with a final score of Burnley 1, Stoke City 1.
The referee, Mr. Lupton, synchronising his watch, and away go Bristol City. Neil Harriott with his first touch of the ball down the Bristol right-hand side. Warren Joyce, well, puts it under pressure on that left-hand side. Colin Loss with the ball now. First time effort. Davis, Winstanley, I do beg your pardon. And a chance for Robinson, dispossessing the fullback. Robinson shoots first time, straight at the keeper, and perhaps he could have done a little bit more with that, Tony. And the corner then to the visitors at that near post, and a flick in, and a great save from Marlon Beresford. Wasn't just sure who that came off. Harper loses out. Martin Scott puts the ball in, just bounces over the top. And there's that man in again, Junior Bent, and Bristol looking very, very strong up front. Long searching ball for Allison. Winstanley got him marked all the way, but has to play it back. Edwards on that left-hand side. Right foot shot from him. And again, that man in, Junior Bent, on the keeper, Marlon Beresford. Scott in, Baird with two Burnley men on him, has to push it wide, straight to Parkinson, cleared by Harper. Hinchy holds it up, nearly gets clattered in doing so. Great ball from Heath to McMinn. Now surely can Ted McMinn do something with this, pushes the ball across the face, but again Edwards, as he gets it back, believable stuff. McMinn's cross, too powerful surely, but put it back in, and a goal! And that man Warren Joyce puts the ball in the net, and that is 1-0 to the Clarets.
Right, it all started with that terrific ball played by Heath over to McMinn. It looked like he'd wasted the opportunity, but some clumsy defending, giving the ball back to Ted, and it's crossed well headed back by, I think it was Liam Robinson, and Joyce just really nodding it in on the goal line and giving Burnley, well, I'm not saying a well-deserved lead, but a hard-fought one.
McMinn again. Ball up for Heath. Heath holds it up with his chest. Great ball from him. And Warren Joyce wide for Robinson. Overlapping is Parkinson. He waits for him to come. He gives it him. Parkinson now. Across from him and straight on the 6-yard line. Warren Joyce coming in again for that header. Scott trying to do wonders for Bristol. Here's Edwards. Fowler pushing it wide for Harriott. Harriott's cross. Davis catches the top of his head that time. Half cleared. Harrison thought it brought him down there. The ball's still in the box, looking dangerous, and it's happened again. Allison, in the dying seconds of the game, has punished Burnley.
Well, what can you say? Absolutely gutted. The Burnley boss must be. I know the 11,000 fans are. Allison, a terrific shot, really. I suppose on the balance of play, only fair that Bristol should go away with the point, but very cruel on the Clarets, holding that lead for so long, and then right at the death giving that goal away.
So it's a complete repeat of the Stoke City match. Very little time left, and Burnley have thrown it away. Parkinson. Joyce. Heath brought down, no doubt about that. Burnley's last chance to grab the winner. The referee blows for full time. Burnley commit the sin of conceding in the last minute of the game, and well, Warren Joyce goals cancelled out just to finally sum up, Tony.
Yeah, Burnley grabbing that lead just before half-time. It was a carbon copy, really, of the Stoke game. A goal just before half-time for the Clarets, and then tonight, once again, the giving a goal away right at the death, not having really any time.
I think it's every division now, there's a big step up in each division, and I think when you move up, you've got to adjust to the pace of the game. It's much quicker in the first than what the second division is. And I think it took us a little while to adjust to that.
After a bit of a up and down start, I've really settled in now and it's thoroughly enjoying myself.
Do you still feel that you've got some unfulfilled potential still waiting to burst out?
Yeah, definitely. When I first come from Aldershot, the way I was playing down there, like Premier League clubs were watching me and ready to put money in for me and that. So if I can get back to playing like that, then I'm sure that I can play at the top.
Is it fair to say that there have been times in your spell at Burnley when you have stood still?
Yeah, injuries and confidence. The confidence went for a while, a couple of seasons back, but it was all due to not getting a run in the side. So I think now I'm getting a regular game, I'm starting to show what I can really do.
So we'll wait for this one to David Ayres giving chance to the long side. John Gayle just shaking his hand. If it's a fit David Ayres, then we could see 1 or 2 goals from the Clarets. Away we go then. Ayres straight into it. Goes down, wins a free kick, first touch of the game. So the first touch from David Ayres results in Burnley free kick, left-hand side. Chris Vinicum to take to that far post, looking for John Gayle. Up goes Gayle. A foul by the former Coventry City centre-forward. He used his weight once again, Tony, the big lad, John.
Yeah, he's going to be an asset hopefully this afternoon for Burnley. Jimmy Mullen saying before the game that it's up to the players to bounce back with a victory, and that today's match obviously is an important one because everybody needs to get, because Burnley needing to get the win to settle the nerves, and that's what we can get an early goal and calm things down.
That's Barnsley on that left-hand side, offside given against them. Rammel was looking for that ball, but they never really were going to get so high. O'Connell challenge on Vinicum, comes back to him. Here's Parkinson now. First time deep cross for Gayle, nods it down, and a chance for Robinson perhaps, but the goalkeeper very quickly out, Dave Watson. And an early cross. Steve Davis, I wonder what sort of a pass that was. David Ayres weaving away, a right foot shot from him, always dangerous, straight at the keeper, but again David Ayres looking the part. And couple before the break would do this afternoon. Gayle nods down again, but the referee's got a clout on the head, and I guess may have knocked the chap out. Mr. Watson got a bang from that ball. That's with being right up with play, the reason for that one, I would think. Woody has to race back for it. 2 men on him as always, and Parkinson chasing back, but does well to turn. Put in, not offside. David Ayres now, got a chance for him into the penalty area. Right side, left foot, lets the peg go, and just wide for David Ayres. That is something we have been missing, Tony, and that looked like it was going in. Danny Wilson to take this one. Warren Joyce running around on that far side, ready to perhaps come on. Adrian Eve just sat on the dugout wall as we await for this free kick to come over from Wilson. But Marlon Beresford directing traffic on his goal line. Ball comes in, dangerous one, and the ball in the back of the net. Who is it? Andy Payton scores for Barnsley, and that spells disaster for the Clarets. 1-0 down. Who will come off? Well, could be David Ayres, who hasn't played all that bad for his first game. Danny Wilson pushing it inside for O'Connell, and he makes it 2-0. So Brendan O'Connell against his old club. No. Disallowed. For a horrible moment, I thought Burnley had gone 2-0 down, but O'Connell's goal is cancelled out. songs of encouragement from the long side. Burnley still having to push forward. Watson out. Catches Robinson as he advances from his 18-yard area there. A corner then, Snodden brings it in, and a goal. That's Taggart. Goal number 2, the dead ball situation paying off. And Burnley are in deep, deep trouble.
Well, I thought the ref had given that goal then, and then deciding to give a free kick against Taggart for a foul on Beresford. So unfortunate one there for the Barnsley lads.
Yeah, that was the second time the referee not really made his decisions all that clear. Still a fighting chance then, as Burnley trail by a goal to nil here at Turf Moor. So just a minute over on our clocks, and Barnsley will be in no great hurry to take this free kick. Watson, and that's it, time up. A defeat at Turf Moor. Burnley go down a goal to nil, Tony, and very, very disappointing.
Yeah, poor performance really by the Clarets. Never really got going into their stride. Hustled out of it by a very well organised, well disciplined Barnsley side, and I think really on reflection of the 90 minutes, a fair scoreline.
good afternoon, welcome to Turf Moor. And this game can only be described as match of the day. It's like the good times back at Turf Moor. Wolverhampton Wanderers the visitor, and Tony, your thoughts and memories can you conjure up between Burnley and Wolves? Wolves will kick this one off at Turf Moor, and it looks like a full house. We synchronise our watches. Steve Bull in that centre circle there. Plenty of memories about him, the England international. Very strong striker that he is. Graham Taylor's men all set for this one, as well as Jimmy Mullen's men too. And away go Wolves. Jerry Harrison for Burnley. Straight to the left back, Andy Thompson pushing it forward. Win Stanley for Burnley, and pushed out of the way. Here's Robinson, Harrison. Adrian Heath puts the ball backwards to Harper. Vinicum does well, edge of the area, shot from him, and a good save from Mike Stowell. Diving to his right-hand side there. First blood going to the Clarets. Steve Bull does well, beats his marker. But that man Kelly, offside again for Wolves. Good ball down for John Deary, again down that left-hand side. Deary does well, squares it up for Heath. Heath to Robinson, Heath-Robinson combination, Jerry Harrison. Just over the top from Jerry Harrison. So it makes it a bit difficult. Now, where, you know, they talk a lot about dead ball situation, Burnley do a lot of talking, but it's about time they made one pay. Here's Davis, great shot, good save from Mike Stowell. Diving to his right-hand side, and that was the best dead ball situation we've seen from the Clarets, Tony, for a bit. He's got Robinson shouting for the ball way up front. Heath. Davis nearly runs into Bull. Robinson holds the ball up over to Heath. Parkinson to Robinson. It's a good play from Burnley, but can they get it over? Robinson racing to the byline. A good cross, and Smith's in the way to head the ball out for a corner. Some great play from Robinson on that right-hand side.
Yeah, excellent work by Robinson. I thought he was going to be crowded out when he got over on that right-hand side with 3 Wolves men round him, but did well to get the ball over. Unfortunately for the visitors, Smith doing well to just head that one clear.
So then, James Smith does the homework, puts the ball out, Burnley corner. McMinn will take for Burnley, over to the far post. Robinson, as small as he is, gets up, but he fouled in doing so. With this corner then for Wolves. Bending one that it is, a flick on from Kelly, and Bull! Steve Bull scores for Wolverhampton Wanderers. A good corner from Ferguson, Kelly got the flick on, and Steve Bull from 6 yards makes it Burnley 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1.
Yeah, that's something that probably most teams try during the week in training, the set pieces, and quite simple really, floated in, and a good flick on by Kelly, and Bull just finishing the job off and giving the Midlanders the 1-0 lead.
Showed his dedication by staying with the club. Beresford kicks, looking for Heath. Shirtless there. Heath wide for McMinn now. Cross from him, a good effort to Adrian Heath, just wide. My word, they don't come much closer than that, and McMinn putting a good early ball in. Yeah, great work by McMinn, who's come into this game in the second half, and really that's the difference between winning and losing football games. Ball just knocking out a simple header in at the other end, and then Heath really will be disappointed at not finishing that one off. Amber walls appeared with only Inchy Heath in it, which, well, it might get past the lads. Davis did the shot. Save from Mike Stowell, no real problem. Made it look easy, the Wolves keeper. Looking for Harper, who'd advance forward. David Ayres weaving and diving away, left foot surely. Sets up for Deary, he'll have to be sharp across the face. Burnley really screaming out for a goal there. John Deary's dragging it wide.
Yeah, Ayres again instigating the opening for Deary, and looked odds on a goal, but just crashing it the wrong side of the post.
So it's McMinn now with this free kick just outside the Wolves penalty area. And Phyllis Kirk is up there too, at the back post. Davis in, Winstanley, well, they're looking for his third goal. It nearly landed in Burnley centre. Is it the third?
Yeah, unfortunate for the Wolves lad to be given offside. I don't think he'd seen the...
There was a photo handball, but David S. really, I thought it was going to break the net.
Well, once again, the Wolves players remonstrating with the ref that he didn't blow up, but going back to that Bull incident, I don't think he'd seen the linesman's flag, so he popped it in the goal, and the ref's gone and booked him for time wasting, I think.
Referee looking at his watch. McMinn for Davis in the penalty area. Holds the ball up well, crosses in, and headed away again by the Wolves defence. McMinn trying his weaving his way, and that must be a penalty. No, says the referee. How could the referee say that? McMinn retaliates, and McMinn's going to get something for this.
Yeah, I think a bit of diving by Ted. I don't think it was a penalty, and obviously the Wolves player's not happy that he was trying to play for one, and then a little bit of a scuffle. We'll just have to see what the referee decides to do here.
Well, McMinn's still remonstrating with the Wolverhampton players. Like you say, I think it was a bit of play acting from the showman, but trying to salvage something from this game, and that it could have happened, couldn't it? Wolves looking for their first victory away from home, and they've got it.
4,000 plus Burnley fans are here, dreaming of emulating recent giant killers Bolton, Peterborough, Bristol City. In the heart of Burnley's backline sits Mark Winstanley, who's in the Bolton team, which scored that memorable cup win here at Anfield 2 years ago. There are a few names on the Burnley team sheet which have appeared in this famous stadium over the years. Adrian Heath starred in a few famous Everton performances, and Alan Harper was in the reserves here when Roy Evans was second-string boss. But maybe most inspired by the evening will be David Ayres, a mad Evertonian who's fought back from injury to fulfil a lifetime's ambition to play against the enemy. Well, there is a precedent for a Clarets Cup shock back in 1976. A team including Willie Morgan, Mike Summerby, Leighton James and Brian Flynn beat Liverpool in a replay. Peter Noble scored the winning goal that night. They've been reliving a few memories on the terraces behind David James' goal to our left-hand side. Liverpool straight onto the attack, rush to Redknapp. Jones looking for the midfield run of Redknapp. Liverpool desperately need to score a few goals. They've gone 2 matches now without hitting the back of the net. Harrison to Ayres. Encouraging start from Burnley as Harrison goes again, tries the curling shot, but no trouble for David James. Gritty Scott. 2 bounces of the ball, what does that mean? It's going to the near post, it means, and it almost means a goal for Adrian Heath. Referee keeping the game flowing, though there was a handball there. The advantage is Burnley's. Harrison with Scales. Scales with a tackle. Heath with a shot, saved by James. He did enough to get it away, and Scales clears. But an encouraging move from Burnley, and Jerry Harrison still can't beat this man, David James. Hanneman's shot takes a deflection, and Beresford thought he'd saved the corner. Oh, the linesman is waving his flag furiously on the far side. Redknapp. Header from Scales, and his first goal for Liverpool. That was a solid header, and a solid goal-scoring start for the expensive buy from Wimbledon. The ball never stays still. Liverpool keeping it moving as Redknapp puts it in, doesn't quite find Rush. Now finds Bjornaby. Chance for Fowler. Goal for Fowler. The ball was flying around the edge of the Burnley box like a flying saucer. Burnley just couldn't get a sight of it. And then the UFO flew past Marlon Beresford. Robbie Fowler's 5th goal of the season. The Burnley fans continue chanting. Only for them, Burnley deserve a goal, and Adrian Heath almost gives them it. Referee checks his watch, and there is the full-time whistle. An important victory for Liverpool, who certainly don't belittle this competition. Roy Evans values it as a route into Europe. A victory tonight started by John Scales, making up somewhat for his mistake against Manchester United at the weekend. And Robbie Fowler giving Liverpool a 2-0 victory on the night. And really have to say, it's beyond Burnley, but who knows in the second leg at Turf Moor. Final score from Anfield, Liverpool 2, Burnley 0.
Forward, and Strudder caught, or very nearly caught the ball from Harrison, and David Ayres has a chance to put Burnley in front. Top goal scorer last season, yet to get off the mark at this. He's hit the post, and Naylor manages somehow to get the ball behind. It struck the foot of the post and hit Naylor in the face and went out for a corner. Still Mickey Phelan. Foul. Ashcroft, who can be so deadly from these positions for West Bromwich Albion. Header comes in, and Bob Taylor gratefully receives...
Tranmere today then, Liverpool on Wednesday and Bolton a week today. A daunting task for the Clarets, Tony, but we've got to get this win, haven't we?
That's right, the Clarets still looking for that elusive first win as we enter the month of October. If you go back to the 1979-80 season, Burnley didn't record their first home win until November the 24th, so I don't think there's any need for panic stations just yet.
And away go Tranmere Rovers. Sean Garnett getting his first touch of the ball back to former Manchester City keeper Eric Nixon, him tipped as well as Marlon Beresford as a Premiership goalkeeper. Let's hope, but particularly Marlon Beresford can be a Premiership goalkeeper with the Clarets and nobody else. Pat Nevin, Malkin. Nevin again on that left side for Tranmere. Mungle. Backpedaling Tranmere at the moment. Haven't really got the feel of the turf yet. Burnley using the flanks in this first period, and hopefully that could pay dividends. Heath lobs it in, Robinson to lay it off for Heath, and a shot from him, and that wins a corner for the Clarets. Came off Gary Stevens, and I think that would have gone in, or aimingly going to the top left.
Yeah, Inchie looking for his first goal of the campaign. A good little 1-2 there, and Stevens doing well just to put Heath off and give away the corner.
So it'd be nice to see Burnley get a goal from one of their own set pieces, but McMinn deciding against the short corner. Floats it in, McMinn. Davis is up there. The ball doesn't fall too kindly for him, and Tranmere come away with it, but only as far as Harper for Burnley. Harrison's ball, well, much too much weight. That's it. Burnley half clear the danger from that set piece on that right-hand side. Morrissey weaving away. McGrail's crossing, and the goal. And that man, John Aldridge, can you believe that? McGrail put the ball in hard and low, and Aldridge sleeked in on the far post to make it look, what I would say, dead easy.
Yeah, Marlon Beresford demonstrating with the Burnley defence on why that cross was allowed to get in. And as I've been saying all along,
Robinson to Davis now. Good ball down the right for McMinn. Can McMinn cross early? He does. And a chance for Heath. And a good save from Nixon. Diving to his right-hand side. Great ball play down the right-hand side. And the super cross from Ted again. encouraging signs. Can Burnley do it, Tony?
Well, let's hope so. Tranmere looking still very dangerous on the break.
Heathy again, and he's brought down penalty. My word. Adrian Heath did all the hard work, and I'm sure that he's going to take it. Is it going to be David Ayres? Oh, my word.
I think Ayres will take it. Let's hope it's third time lucky with Parkinson missing the one against Stoke, and then Ayres, unfortunate last week. So let's hope this time that this finds the back of the net.
It's moments like this when nobody really, Burnley supporters, do not want to watch. And I'm sure David Ayres, well, we know David Ayres is a great dead ball kicker. And David Ayres takes it and he scores. Burnley are level. And David Ayres makes sure of that.
Well, you can feel the relief all around the stadium, crashing into the roof of the net. And now with still time, maybe Burnley can go out and try and grab a winner.
David Ayres on that left-hand side, got the long side roaring, a good cross in from him, and Garnett's away with his head. Harper in. Robinson up. Chance for Heath to push it out. Parkinson going to dominate with Mike Min. Cross from him. Can they get it in? It's a goal! Tony Phillips-Kirk! The referee has disallowed it. A yellow card. Can you believe that? Why has Tony Phillips-Kirk handled the ball?
I think he must have knocked it in with his hand. It happened very quickly. Great cross by McMinn. He must have really knocked it in with his hand, I think. The referee's brought the yellow card out straight away.
And Tranmere are giving it away too. David Ayres now. Will he come in now? Have a shot, David Ayres. Rifles it in. No. Harper up there. O'Brien. Aldridge leaves it. Oh, for Brannan. And away goes Brannan. That Davis, is brought him down. A penalty. I do not believe it, but Davis definitely brought him down. The lad Brannan was through, Tony, and a disaster for the Clarets.
Well, it could be a red card because he was clear on goal. I think the Burnley captain could be, I was going to take an early bath, but it's going into injury time. But, well, this could be a disaster. It could be a home defeat and a red card, I think, here.
In the last minute of the game, and Tranmere come forward. He's got the red card. The captain's armband is thrown. Gone for nothing. Jed Brannan, the man brought down, is hobbling off the field now. Adrian Heath coming up to Marlon Beresford. A few words of wisdom about John Aldridge. Remember the saviour this afternoon, if Marlon Beresford can save this. Aldridge up to take the penalty. It's not gone in! Tremendous stuff from the Clarets. No goal. A hero's afternoon for Marlon Beresford.
Oh, what a fantastic save that was. Aldridge has had a great reputation for penalty taking. Must have really expected to put that one away. Terrific. It ended up a double save by the Burnley keeper.
Amazing stuff from Turf Moor. And that's better than winning actually at the moment. The game's over with. The referee's blown for full time and it's a draw. Burnley 1, Tranmere 1. And what an eventful finish to the game.
Well, what an amazing and the last kick of the match. And Beresford gives his side a point. An absolutely terrific save that was.
So it was the turn of David Ayres last week, the turn of John Aldridge this afternoon to miss a penalty. Even Stevens, Burnley manage a point. The hero of the afternoon, Marlon Beresford. The words of wisdom from Adrian Heath must surely have paid off.
Second round of the Coca-Cola Cup here at Turf Moor. It's Burnley and Liverpool, a 2-0 deficit for the Clarets. Robbie Fowler and John Scales the score at Anfield. It could have been so different in the first leg, but as it is, it's 2-0 on aggregate at the moment.
Yeah, Burnley will be relying on Ted and David Ayres on the other flank to provide some good balls in for the Clarets men.
Rob Jones again, pushing it square for Rush. Ball played in, and this is a possible good save from Beresford. And Burnley under the cosh somewhat at the moment. Tony Philliskirk finds himself down by that touchline. Wins a corner. Tony Philliskirk does well there.
Yeah, he's earned his chance to be in the side tonight. I thought he did exceptionally well on Saturday. He sparked the Burnley forward line up during that 20 minutes or whatever he played, so hopefully he can put in a good performance tonight.
It certainly made a difference when he came on for the presumably injured Jerry Harrison against Tranmere, but for that goal he scored with his hand, well, who knows. Ball comes in, the whistle's blown. It'll be a free kick to Liverpool. Jan Mulby just laying it off. Rush into central position. The chance is now a goal for Liverpool. There's no problem there. Jamie Redknapp, the scorer, and that's 3-0 on aggregate and 1-0 on the night, Tony.
Yeah, cool as you like. The defence really opened up, and bit of skill there as he went round Beresford and just slipped it into the goal. And unless Burnley can do something quite dramatic, really, you've got to say that that the tie is as good as over.
Yeah, McManaman making the spade work, and that was the third goal over 2 legs. And Burnley, well, it's Liverpool who take a reasonably early goal in this second leg. Boynenby plays it in, and that is the second goal for Liverpool. Comes from Robbie Fowler. Such a big squad, Liverpool. We haven't seen much of Nigel Clough, and he's obviously just prompted him back into the first team. Liverpool on the attack again, and that's a goal, really. What can you say about that one? A surprise one to Jamie Redknapp, the scorer then. Still Liverpool have it. And that's another goal. Nigel Clough finds himself on the score sheet, making it look so very easy. Still coming forward for the Clarets. Plays to the back post. Gayle gets the header in. A chance for Robinson. He scores a goal. What a goal from Liam Robinson. A consolation goal. The knockdown from John Gayle, and a good cross from the left.
Yeah, Burnley producing probably as good a move as they have all night. A good ball knocked in. Jimmy Mullen doesn't look all that enthralled by that goal, but a cracking shot by Robinson, and well, at least it's some consolation. Eventually one of the shots ended up on target, and a blistering effort, and James rooted to the spot.
Again for Ayres, who just nods it on again, looking for Philliskirk, but Liverpool quickly get the ball away. Clough. There goes the final whistle. 4-1 on the night. The Clarets lose 6-1 on aggregate, and that's farewell to the Coca-Cola Cup. Ends the League Division 1 on Saturday against Bolton Wanderers.
Lancashire derby here at Turf Moor. Bolton Wanderers, the visitors, and Bolton, of course, lying 8th from the top of the Ensley Division 1. Burnley, we know, need to be reminded of 3rd from bottom, and still looking for that elusive win here at Turf Moor. Battalainen on that far side, pushing it wide. That's Alan Thompson. Is impeded for his run down that left-hand side. A free kick to the Wanderers. Another set piece for the visitors as Thompson in, and a goal straight away. John McGinley, and dare I say it, and he's cutting across field. He's going to leave it for Deary. Winstanley to Vinicum under pressure, and Vinicum does well to get past McAteer. A good cross from Vinicum. Philliskirk heads over the top. Vinicum plays it long, and that was a foul on Randall. There's no doubt about that. The referee will definitely book him for that. So red card. It's Jason Lydia who fouled Harrison just after the break, and that's his marching orders. Feels the Burnley goals have got to come sometime.
Yeah, they've had attack after attack in the second half, but as I say, nothing to show for their efforts, and about halfway through the second half, so let's hope that we can something can develop from one of these set pieces.
Yep, we got Steve Davis there. We got a touch from Ayres, a brilliant shot, and what a goal from Steve Davis! Superb.
Well, just bang on target there, Steve Davis. Burnley giving so many goals away this season with set pieces, and that time working a treat. Burnley skipper lashing it beyond the despairing Bolton keeper, and it's got to be said, a deserved equaliser.
Gayle and Platini and David Ayres. Oh, put wide by the number 7 Simon Coleman, the man they got from Sheffield Wednesday. I thought that was in.
Yeah, I don't know whether the defender was quite aware how close that was to going in, but Ayres unlucky, and once again Burnley really making a lot of inroads into this Bolton defence.
Burnley coming good, the good ball played in, punched away by Brannigan, and a shot! Oh, what a goal! John Deary! A cracker from John Deary, and that is Bolton Wanderers 1, Burnley 2.
This is turning out to be a tremendous second half. I don't know what the Clarets had for their half-time drink, but it certainly worked. And they've come out looking a different side, more purposeful, and really took the game to Bolton, and Deary lashing a tremendous shot in there.
McGinley with that throw-in to McAteer. Oops. Slip from Winstanley. De Freitas lays it off. McAteer, great save from Beresford. Another smashing save.
Well, very bad sportsmanship really by Bolton. Vinnicum kicked the ball out intentionally for the throw-in to allow the trainer to come on, and usually the opposition will then throw the ball back, you know, to the other side, but instead Bolton tried to take advantage of the situation, and it would have been a farce really if that one had gone in. Having said that, a tremendous save by the Burnley keeper.
McAteer's corner, and the ball played up. Coleman! Oh, it's a goal! Simon Coleman equalises at the far post.
Well, what can you say? Beresford obviously not happy. The sportsmanship of Bolton really brought into question there. They've got the equaliser through the debutant Coleman, but not very pleasant scenes, I don't think, here.
Puts it up for the last time, perhaps. Robinson, Davis up, and a chance for Philliska.
Marlon Berridge for the Burnley #1. There's been a lot of transfer speculation about yourself during the early part of the season. Has that been unsettling at all for yourself?
No, not at all. I think it's been flattering more than anything. There's been speculation for the last couple of years, so it's just you just take it in your stride really and get on with your own game.
Burnley obviously stepping up to a higher grade of football. Quite an awkward start at the beginning of the campaign, but now the Burnley lads seem to have found their feet in the division.
Yeah, I think we took a little bit of time to adapt to the division, you know, and to the pace of things, to the quality of the team was against.
Looking back on the first half of the season, would I be right in saying the highlight for yourself was the injury time penalty save against John Aldridge?
I think so, yeah. I always take great pride in saving penalties anyway, but to save one against a player such of the quality as John Aldridge and in the last minute was extra special.
Ambitions. I know you want to play at some stage in the top flight. You're still certainly young enough to do so.
Yeah, I mean I think that's everyone's ambition to play in the Premier League. They get that much coverage, you know. You're always in the public eye, and you know, and it is one of my ambitions to play at that level.
What chance with Burnley? Obviously, it's incredibly hard to get out, and once you're out, it's incredibly difficult to stay up.
Yeah.
Is it possible?
I think it is. I mean, I think we've been surprised. I mean, I think we were expecting a lot more from the division when we first came up. It took us a few games to find our feet, but I think now we're holding our own, and I think we've played all the top teams now, and I don't think we've got anything to worry about.
Jamie, how easy has it been to settle in at your new club?
Easier than I ever expected. It's been superb. It's been as if I've been here really all my career. Great set of lads and just everything I imagined really.
And there's ex-Bury Mafia knocking around with Terry Pashley and Liam Robinson. Has that made it a bit easier as well?
I wouldn't say Liam's a Mafia man, would you? I mean, Pash definitely an henchman, yeah, but...
There's a big crew of you from there, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, that's helped as well. I mean, I've known Liam as one of my best friends, so, you know, he's helped me settle in. So it's been great, yeah.
Now, you got sent off fairly early on in your career at Burnley against Charlton. That was a big upset, wasn't it? That really hurt you.
Yeah, it did, because I mean it could have messed me move up or whatever, and I thought it was very unjust at the time. You know, the referee was out of order, but that was his decision, and you know, as it turned out, the club was superb and stood by me, and you know, I got the move out of it at the end.
Mr. Lloyd is the referee, and any predictions?
Well, it's difficult. Burnley, of course, struggling at home this season, but let's hope that this afternoon they can return the excellent away form at Turf Moor. They've looked very promising and created a lot of chances in the last few weeks, so let's hope that they can turn those chances into some goals.
I hope you're right. Adrian Randall and Liam Robinson in that centre circle, and away goal. The Clarets, Steve Davis pumps rather a hard ball down the left-hand side, and David Ayres, no real chance of catching that one. That's John Deary's ball and brought down. A penalty. Robinson brought down by Gallagher, and the Clarets have a penalty, and that was a good refereeing.
Yeah, no real doubt about that one. Robinson tricking his way down the left and tripped, and referee no doubt, and David Ayres with a chance to give the Clarets a 1-0 lead.
So David Ayres, who converted not all that long ago, and David Ayres steps up and blasts it in off the post. David Ayres gives the Clarets a 1-0 lead here at the Turf.
Just sneaking in inside the post, but Ayres won't mind that. And just the kind of start that the Burnley side wanted.
Just coming up to 7 minutes on the clock. Burnley 1, Notts County 0. David Ayres from the spot, just the tonic the Clarets needed early doors. Wide again for Parkinson. Backward of square for Harper. A good ball in for Ayres, who turns. He's still in possession, David Ayres, spinning round on that left foot. A great opportunity. Robinson sidestepping for the keeper, Rees.
I think the county lads were frightened of putting a tackle in following the penalty incident and squaring it to Robinson, but unfortunately for him he's trying to place it into the corner, but straight at the keeper.
Something going on with O'Gorny and Beresford, well, he's playing full-back at the moment, and that could have been dangerous. He's back in his goals now. John Deary takes it away from Phil Turner, and here come the Clarets again. He's got Robinson on the right-hand side for the Clarets. Robinson racing and the flag goes up for offside. Good flick on from Devlin and taken away from Winstanley. O'Gorny thought he was in, but Burnley managed to defend that well. Vinicum's dispossessed and a chance possibly here. Devlin crosses in. Oh, and the ball is in the back of the net. That is disaster for Burnley, and that was a fast raid and a mistake really which caused it.
Yeah, I think
Robinson, can Burnley get back into this? Oh, and that was a bad challenge by Butler on Liam Robinson, a free kick. Nothing from the referee. So Burnley to force this one over, and a ball in the net. Mark Winstanley does it again. A great free kick. Jamie Hyland, in fact, who scored that one for the Clarets. Burnley back in within a minute. Burnley 2, Notts County 1.
Chris Vinicum probably breathing a sigh of relief. The perfect reply. Notts County still celebrating that goal, and a great free kick, and Hyland getting in for his first goal for the Clarets.
I'd like £1 for every time he's touched the ball this afternoon.
A real tussle going on there, Marlon Beresford, and Beresford comes away with the ball. Rather amazing one, that one. I don't know how he managed to do that. Going to push the ball wide on the right-hand side. Parkinson plays it in for Deary, tries a shot, gets the cannon off the fullback, and it returns to Harper. Chips in, lovely ball. David Ayres hits the top of his head. Rees with the kick. The wolf whistles are loud and shrill. Burnley defending at the moment. Vinicum clears long. Referee's looking at his watch. Come on, you've got to blow sometime. It might as well be now. And the whistle goes, and Burnley have their first win at Turf Moor. 2-1 to the Clarets, Tony.
Well, they had to do it on their birthday, and I didn't think they'd wait that long, but tremendous sense of relief around the ground, getting that first win and lifting them possibly 3 or 4 places up the league tonight. And they'll look forward to Tuesday night when they hope to do the same thing to Watford.
David Ayres, thanks for joining us. A win at Turf Moor, not rare last season, but certainly rare this year. Relieved?
Yeah, we've been struggling this year at home. The away form's really picked up, and you could see today like we were desperate to win, and I thought we deserved to win in the end.
You think the referee was perhaps going to start adding 10-15 minutes on, take us up to tea time?
Yeah, the lads on the bench were saying there was like 2 minutes to go, and then I asked the ref, and he said like 6 minutes to go. Like, so I was a bit surprised there, but we knew like we couldn't make the mistakes we'd made in the previous home games, and luckily enough we never.
Tough opposition, although bottom of the league, they put up a fight for us, didn't they?
Yeah, they proved through the week they're a good side. They beat Spurs 3-0, and they've come here today, and I thought, you know, they were quite a good side considering they were bottom of the league.
Now, you was offered a penalty, you took it, but what were your thoughts when it clipped the post?
I thought West Brom all over again, but yeah, I mean, I've hit it well enough, and lucky enough the keeper's gone the other way, and once it's hit the post I thought, well, you know, is it coming out or not? But once I'd seen it in the back of the net I was relieved.
And not going to hit the goalkeeper on the nose as a game what happened to, which was that? Was the West Brom?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, wasn't it? But things coming together now for the Clarets.
Yeah, we've got another home game on Tuesday against Watford. You know, if we can get 3 points there, I think we'll be pushing up into the top 10, and you know, we can only build on from there.
You sort of moved over to the right-hand side in that first half a bit. You like the sort of role, if you like?
Well, the gaffer's given me a front row with Liam Robinson. He's trying to get the both of us in behind the back four, and it's a role I quite like, because you're getting involved with most of the attacks, and you know, if I can get on the end of them and put chances away, you know, all the better for me.
I heard the Notts County manager saying that you were the man that caused them the problems here this afternoon.
Well, that's nice of him to say, but you know, I like to be involved in the game, and playing in that position where you're up front, you know, you get a lot of the ball, and you know, you can do a lot of the, you know, the work that we're supposed to do up there.
Now, Jamie Hyland, we spoke to him a little bit earlier, and he's quite happy with the setup here, and he's certainly made a difference to the midfield, hasn't he? Sort of a cultured player, if you like.
Yeah, he's had that little bit of steel as well that we've been missing. He puts his foot in, but he's also like good on the ball. He gives the ball at the right time and the right places, and you know, he seems to have settled us down a bit.
And a goal for him today would obviously make him rather happy about that.
Yeah, he was really pleased. I was talking to him after the game, and he was saying, like, you know, he's really pleased to score his goal.
Talking of the overall standard of the First Division, the Annesley First Division, a lot different to last year, and every club seems to be a team to, well, compete against, don't they, really?
Yeah.
Very hard.
There's a lot of good sides in this division, but I say we've been on our travels this year, and we've come out on top on, you know, most of the games. We've got really no one to fear in this league. The teams we played here at home, the majority of the games we should have won. We've let slip, like, you know, the wins and that. But as I say, we're just finding our feet probably, and hopefully from now on we can go on to better things. Like.
Are you happy with a mid-table position at the end of the campaign, or higher than that?
Well, the main thing is the fact that we don't go out this league. I mean, we've got to make sure that, you know, we consolidate this year. But, you know, if we can push towards a playoff spot, like we're, you know, it's no mean feat, like, because, as I said before, there's no one really to fear in this league, and hopefully if we can carry on the way we're doing, you know, there's no reason why we can't be in the playoffs.
Try and pick up that home form we had in the last campaign, where we were unbeatable at home virtually, wasn't we?
Yeah, I mean, teams come here year, you know, week in, week out, and we're expecting to lose because, you know, we were so good at home. The away form was abysmal, like, and I think we're 1 win away from last year's 4 wins. So, you know, if we can improve the home form and carry on picking the points up away from home, you know, things can only get better.
You should look Burnley do it. Thank you very much, David Ayres.
Cheers, thanks.
Well, that elusive win at Turf Moor came on Saturday, and this evening, well, Burnley are at home once again, this time to Watford, a team just above the Clarets by 1 point. And they themselves are not a bad side. Much like Burnley, they're in a false position. With me is Tony Lister. Tony, we look for another win here this evening, and if we do get that one, we will find ourselves in a mid-table position.
Yeah, that's right, Dave. The league very tight at the moment. Burnley at the present time just 3 points from the playoffs. And tonight the Clarets will be looking to acquire another 3 points in their quest to continue the rise up the First Division table. And confidence must be a lot higher in the Burnley camp in the aftermath of last Saturday's hard-fought win against Notts County.
And away
straight to the hornet's nest, and that was put out straight away, no hesitation there. Vinicum looking again for Adrian Randall, an opportunity to push the ball forward, and Robinson's in, and so's the keeper. Was he brought down? No, says the ref. No penalty, and Randall. John Deary's got past his man this time. John Deary can let that right peg go. Looks good, and well saved from Keith Miller. Kevin Miller, in fact. David Ayres hobbling a bit from that challenge. And the referee not really getting to grips at the moment, as far as Burnley are concerned, at any rate. Oh, and that's Mooney away. The offside trap this time, and oh, it's in the back of the net. Mooney made the spade work, the ball played in. That was a quick break. Ayres chests it down, does well, brings it back for Vinicum this time. A nice ball coming in now from Vinicum, and Philliska. I don't honestly think Philliska realised he got the ball at his feet then. Ball played up again to that far side, a challenge, a penalty. This time the referee gives Burnley a penalty, Tony.
Oh, quite amazing. The previous move that Burnley had, the ball came in, and really there were two going up for the header. Neither of them could get it, and as you said, Philliska probably surprised that it landed at his feet. Otherwise that could have been in, but really needless one given away by Watford, and now Ayres has got a chance to bring Burnley back into it.
Well, let's hope David Ayres can level this up for the Clarets, because they certainly put some pressure on this Watford defence in this last 10 minutes or so. David Ayres steps up, oh, and he saved it, oh, and he puts it in! On the second attempt, David Ayres puts it level.
Great relief again around the stadium, Ayres. Good save by Miller, but fortunately...
So let's hope Burnley now can pull this out of the fire.
And the Sheffield fans certainly getting involved in the occasion. You may remember them last year coming to the early season matches dressed as Santa Claus, because they say it's around December that their season actually starts, when they were struggling for survival in the Premiership. Sheffield United today will be playing in green shirts, black shorts and black socks. And this Roses derby match, an exciting day for Burnley as well. Their first ever Sunday game and their first ever match live on television. The two teams who've had problems scoring goals, Jim Beglin and Lou Macari, it's probably going to be about 5-4 or something, isn't it?
Well, I certainly hope so, from our sake. We were all predicting goals a couple of weeks ago when Oldham played Tranmere, finished 0-0. Burnley's record at home has been poor. Sheffield United's away in terms of scoring goals. Let's hope for our sakes it all changes.
An open game. What we need are some goals, some chances. Maybe Adrian Heath can provide us with one. Get it on your left foot is the cry. Gets the cross into the far post. Oh! Is it in? Is it not? The referee looks at the linesman and he's given a goal! Well, I can tell you we're about 25 yards away from that behind the goal, and Jim Beglin and Lou Macari are shaking their heads.
He's made the wrong decision. Unless there's something wrong with our eyes, Jim, and I don't think there is anything wrong with him. He's made a wrong decision. It wasn't even on the line.
The only thing I can think of, Lou, is if it crossed the line before Kelly actually got his hand to it, because Kelly did get his hand to it. He's tipped it onto the post. It's just a case of deciding whether it was over. Oh yes, it probably was over. That's what's cut us out. I think linesman's got it perfectly right.
I've been very impressed with him, and Adrian Heath in particular has caused them all sorts of problems.
Particularly as they were doing just that for Marshall and Gayle early on. They've adjusted.
Good play by the fullback, and a goal! Well, he can't quite believe it. He worked the opening, he had the shot, and out of nowhere, Sheffield United equalise. Header at the far post from Liam Robinson had crossed the line as the goalkeeper Alan Kelly got his hand to the ball. Poor old Mark Winstanley is talking through the own goal. Kevin Gage, I'm sure, will be credited with it. Half-time score is 1-1. Let's go to touchline level. Rob McCaffrey.
Jimmy, I think you must be bitterly disappointed to concede a goal right on the stroke of half-time.
Well, obviously disappointed because I think that in the first half that we've created enough chances to be a little bit further ahead than we have done. Obviously, a lapse of concentration shown here towards half-time has cost us the goal. But at least it's in the first half. We've got the second half to put it right.
You've caused them problems, haven't you? Little balls from Adrian Heath to David Ayres and Liam Robinson.
Well, we have caused them problems, and I'm sure that if we continue to do the same in the second half, we'll do the same.
Jim, thanks a lot.
All right.
He just saw his old teammate Jamie Hyland come in at the last minute, put him off. Robinson couldn't control it.
The pressure applied by Burnley. Oh, beautiful goal! And Burnley are back. Jamie Hyland scores against his former club, and boy did he make sure that one went in the back of the net.
Well, the ball dropped lovely for Jamie Hyland here, and Alan Kelly, no matter how good a goalkeeper he is, he certainly had no chance of stopping that. I bet you Dave Bassett wish he hadn't have sold him to Burnley now.
Well, he almost scored from the header just before that. He did enough to put Kelly off, and when the ball came back in, big Steve Davis got up in the far post, and it fell lovely for Hyland, and he thumped it past Kelly into the back of the net. Great strike.
Davis, curling pass into the path of Robinson. Oh, tries to slide it through Marshall's legs. Randall, whose legs haven't stopped pumping for the whole 70 minutes we've been playing. Great cross. Oh, and the beautiful goal, though. And the big man knew little about it. He made the most of his weight, and the big heavyweight packs a powerful punch. Burnley 3, Sheffield United 1. Gayle the scorer. Heath's corner for Burnley, aimed towards John Gayle. He's certainly got Sheffield United rattled in there. There's a chance for a fourth. Kelly with the save, the ball's still not away. A real calamity, and there is the fourth goal for Burnley. Captain Steve Davis. It's turning into a landslide, and you must say that man John Gayle has had a huge part in it, and Jimmy Mullen could be classed as master tactician. So it's just a question of time now before the referee decides that he's had enough of a Sunday afternoon run around. Credit to Mr. Vaines and his linesmen. They've had an excellent game. It has been an excellent game. 6 goals in it. Maybe it means the most to Jamie Hyland, scoring against his former club Sheffield United, giving a lead to Burnley, which they never lost. And maybe the man who changed the course of the game was Big John Gayle, the Burnley substitute, who scored that diving shoulder to make it 3-1. And the game was sealed by a goal from Jim and Lou's man of the match, Steve Davis, making it 4-1. A late diving header from the Sheffield United substitute, Andy Scott, made it 4-2. Burnley go moving up the Ends League First Division. The Clarets has been flowing at Turf Moor. Let's hear from Jimmy Mullen, who's talking to Rob McCaffrey.
It's actually the man of the match, Steve Davis, and there's your Ensley, Hal.
Very much.
Congratulations. Is that Burnley's best performance of the season, would you feel?
Yes, definitely. Certainly at home anyway. We've created a lot of chances and managed to stick 4 in, so we're all thoroughly delighted.
And you got your 4th goal this season. I think we can take a look at it now. It was a bit of a scramble in the box, wasn't it, when Big John Gayle causing problems again. Let's see if we can see the goal. Why are you scoring so many anyway for centre-half? Does that suggest the team are creating chances? Here it is now for you.
I think there's a big scramble in the box. As he goes in with the keeper.
Took it coolly, I have to say. It wasn't a centre-half kind of shot, that was it?
Little side footer in the corner. It's nice to see it going.
I've got to ask you one more question about John Gayle, who really turned the game when he came on there. A hard man or a pussycat? What's he like?
He's a pussycat off the field, but you don't mess with him on the field. He's a big lad, and he makes himself known when he comes on, and he did very well today.
It's a great performance from Burnley, great performance from yourself. Congratulations, well done.
Thanks very much.
Now then, one of the pluses since you've come has been the victory against Sheffield United, your former team. How satisfying was that?
Well, I've got into a bit of trouble actually off Sheffield United for saying I was glad we stuffed them for things that were going on behind the scenes. Now there is a lot. I wasn't, to be honest, bothered about beating Sheffield United as a team, but for the people behind the scenes there, I was more than pleased to win 4-2, and that meant a lot to me. You know, I can't really say too much what's going on, but I was very pleased that day, yes.
But I mean, football players have got freedom of speech, haven't they? It's not...
No. Oh, no, in a couple of weeks when it's all sorted out, yeah, I'll be able to tell you the full story, but there's a lot of things what's hurt me, what they've done to me since I've left there, and it's hurt my family as well, so I was very pleased that day.
So we're on for a big world exclusive then?
Not world exclusive, but yeah, I'll give you the full story when it's all sorted out.
Took a long time in coming, the first home win, didn't it? I think it was, what, the 27th of October against Stockport County. Many people felt that home form would be like it was last year. Why do you feel the first win was so long in coming?
Because the quality of players are much higher in this division. And people are going to come to you away from home, and they're going to make it a lot harder for you. They'll come now, with the system we're playing at the minute, they'll come and make it hard for us. And I think away from home, they've got to come out and attack us, and I think the system we're playing, I think we'll go through people away from home.
Because you recorded impressive wins on your travels early on, why do you feel that you collected those wins away from home when you weren't winning at home? Was it because of the system you were playing?
Well, we played well in those games, but I say, you know, you go to Charlton, they're playing two wide men, and the system we played through them. I think the one against Watford, when they come, they did watch us a few times. Obviously, they watched us down at Charlton. They come and played, they matched us in the middle of the park with the same number of players, and that's going to make it much harder for us.
And he's still got it. He's done well there, the lad. That's fair enough. Town aren't going to mess about at this stage. Burnley keep it in play. They've done well. Parkinson now coming forward, 30 yards, 35 yards out. Edge of the area now. Great effort. And we never attacked him. We allowed the man to run and run and run. Bad football by Town. Livingston knocked off the ball. And there's a full-time whistle. Town can't believe it.
I think all the facilities that Burnley have got are very, very good. The training ground, the stadium here, it's all very, very good. And since I've been here, I think the fans have been brilliant as well.
And coming from Bolton, you spent obviously almost all your career there at Burnham Park. It must have been a strange thing for you to have to make the move.
I must admit, yeah, it was a bit strange to like leave the place where we'd been for 10 years. But like I've said before, as soon as I knew that Burnley were interested in me, I thought, well, I can't come to a better place.
And already this season you've formed a formidable partnership with the Burnley skipper Steve Davis.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, we're playing quite well at the moment. Hopefully we'll keep it going through to the end of the season and do well for Burnley.
and just walk around the pitch for charity. Did you have to practice that at home?
Not really, no. I do a lot of it in training and that, so yeah, I'm used to keeping the ball up and that. It's a good thing to learn, so I was quite used to that today.
Burnley had a shaky start, it has to be said, at the beginning of the season, but since then we've had this excellent unbeaten run. Do you see the Clarets progression further up the table towards the end of the campaign?
Yeah, without doubt. I think now a few of the lads are starting to believe in themselves, you know, and I think that's showing. And you know, if you can keep unbeaten runs going, you know, it just breeds confidence. Hopefully, can pick up a few more wins, and you know, it's that tight the table, you can move up there very easily.
I think there's no easy games. I think every team you play against is going to be difficult. You know, no matter who you're against, everybody's got quality players in every position. Middlesbrough, I think, were very strong. Possibly even Wolves, you know, even though we played very well against them, I think they were strong anyway, and probably got strength in depth. So, like I said, there's no easy games, and everybody's a quality team.
They'll start as big underdogs here against a Burnley side who really are on a roll at the moment. Jimmy Mullen's done a great job. They've been promoted twice in 3 seasons, and they're dreaming now of a return to the big time for the massive support they have up there. There's Alan Harper, who really has been around, of course, with Everton, with Manchester City. Bags of experience, 34 now. And also in the Burnley side, little Inchy, Adrian Heath, in the 1984 FA Cup winning side for Everton. Referee is Alan Wilkie, not from Chester, but Chester Listreet in County Durham. So Burnley in a change strip, yellow with the thin stripes, attacking the goal to your left. Felton out to Priest, fed down the line here for David Flitcroft to chase. He's the brother of Gary Flitcroft, who I understand is here watching. Oh, Page here, that was a bad back pass, and nobody in the middle as Page crosses it. Oh, Chester could have been in some early business there. Burnley just showing a sign of early nerves, never easy. There's another decision that the referee made unfussily. Heath, the ball bouncing around very dangerously in there, and this time the referee has given a penalty kick. Well, there was some holding in there, and Chester are protesting. I couldn't see what it was, to be perfectly frank with you. Let's have a look again.
Referee saying, go away, I've seen something, what can we see? 2 yellow shirts, 2 blue shirts, ball goes away. Pulls somebody down. 5 pulls somebody down there with his left hand. I think that's Peter Jackson.
Jackson pulls down Hyland by the look of it. Ayres is going to take the penalty kick, and Burnley have the chance to go ahead here. And that was a contentious decision by the referee. Here's Ayres. And Burnley are 1-up. David Ayres scores his 4th goal of the season. Chester go behind, and it's a penalty. They're still debating. Gary Shelton is still talking to the referee about it.
Strikes there, straight down the throat. Goalkeeper dives to the right. Good technical strike.
His throw. Shelton complaining that there was some shirt tugging going on. Attempts on goal. Burnley 8-3 ahead in that department. And on target 5-0. Chester have been a wee bit lightweight. I think there's no disguising that. Page. Freak deflection off Davies. Oh, and off the post from Shelton, and this time it's a goal. Chester have done it, and Milner, the substitute, has scored. Chester are level, and they are going crazy in this Davis Stadium now. There was a crazy deflection off Davis after he tried to clear it that set all this up.
Touching the box there, long throw in, ricochets, and off the post. Milner stretches it like that, side puts it in just inside that near post. Here we go, Page creating problems. Pinball wizard, off the post, off the player. Side puts home, and it's 1-1.
Ayres for Burnley. Hyland. Parkinson wide to Ayres again. Good run from Heath into the space. Here's Adrian Heath. Is he going to settle it? Oh, what a finish! The old FA Cup master with a smashing quality piece of work by Adrian Heath.
Just watch, no substitute for experience. Great control, knows where the top corner is, and even the great Felgate can't get there. Super control, great ball in, and a wonderful, wonderful finish. Does he want to see those twin Wembley towers again? Centre forward, what a dream he like. What a great, magnificent finish there from inchy inch.
Milner, who got one of their only goals so far. It'll have to be quick for Chester. Milner, Page just losing his footing at a vital moment. And the whistle goes. Burnley are through to the third round of the FA Cup. They'll be away to Cambridge. It was a brilliant strike from Adrian Heath late on that settled it, but Burnley played some very good football in the second half. They were worth the win. And their side certainly on the way back. David Ayres with a penalty opened the scoring. It was a debatable one. I'm sure we'll speak a bit more about that as we look back on the action. The substitute, Andy Milner, came up with an equaliser for Chester, who battled and battled and battled and played with great credit for a side with a lot of free transfer men in who had to reshape. They're down near the bottom of Division 2. If they can play with that kind of fight, they may climb a little bit more, Mike Page's side. But the Burnley fans are the ones who are celebrating there at the English end of this quaint little Diva Stadium. So let's go backstage and meet some of the principal characters in the drama here. There's Adrian Heath and Adrian Randall, the two Adrians. They're with GG, George Gavin.
Yes, the first Adrian Heath. What a goal, Adrian. You can't have scored many better than that in your career, surely.
Certainly not this season. It's only my second. I'm saving him for the FA Cup. Yeah, I was pleased with it. I thought the defender was really tight on me, and I had a good first touch, got it at my feet, and it's one of them that just nestles nicely in the top corner, so I'm well pleased. More importantly, it sort of killed the game off for us a little bit. All credit to them. Oh yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, I thought the defender here was closer, so I tried to knock it back, and it's managed there. Yeah, top corner. Sweet as a nut, yeah. Good ball from Ayres, actually. Perfect ball. I say, pleased with the first touch, and one of them that goes in top corner, well pleased.
Important goal for the club, and you've been around a bit. You've seen a Wembley final, 84 and all the rest. It's a long way to go, but Cambridge is the next stop for you.
Yeah, it won't be easy. It'll be like today, you know, all credit to Chester. They made it difficult for us, although I don't think we played as well as we could first half. Second half we were a bit more like ourselves, got the passing going and created numerous chances, but more importantly we're through. We've got Cambridge, and you know, we're confident we can get a result. Luton went all the way last year to the semi-final, we can do the same.
Well, by your side, Adrian Randall, who's the man of the match, chosen by Bobby Gould, the Littlewoods man of the match. So, Adrian, well done.
Lovely, thanks. That's great, that.
And Adrian, if you can present the old bottle to him.
Well done, mate. Well done,
Cheers, Finch. Thanks, mate.
Superb, well done, mate.
Cheers.
Watch the cork, it will go off.
I'll drink that
Right.
tonight.
Well done, guys. That'll be gone this afternoon. Cheers, thanks very much. Cheers.
I hope you've enjoyed watching part one of the highlights of the season for 1994-95. Make sure you get your copy of part two. It'll be available at the end of the campaign at some stage during May.